over part 1, build a model of a two-step equation. So to get started, you're going to want to click this link here. And once the page loads, you should see this screen, Model Algebra. For part A, you're going to want to click this button. We're going to model two-step equations, so you want to click two steps. So let's click that. Now here, you're going to do two things. First, you're going to set up the model to model the equation. And then you're going to solve the equation. So you're going to be walked through a couple steps here. So remember, last week we talked about how equations can be modeled with balanced hangers. And the week before we talked about how equations can be modeled with balanced scales. So this week we are revisiting that. You're going to set up a model to show the equation, and then you're going to solve the equation using that model. So the scale, the left side here, represents the left side of the equation. And the right scale here represents the right side of the equation. And if we set this up, then the equation will be balanced, will be considered balanced. So let's set this up now. We have 3 x's on the left, so we're going to click x 3 times. And then we have 4 positive 4. So we have 4 positive 1s. So we want to click this left arrow where it says +1. We're going to click the left arrow next to it to distribute 4 positive 1s to the left scale. Now on the right side we have -5. So we want to distribute 5 negative 1s to the right side. And now the equation is balanced. So now this is where we can continue to this step. We have set up the model of the equation, and now we want to solve the equation using that model. So you're going to click this green button. You're going to hear a sound. It's going to tell you the sound pretty much like a little ding that says that you did it correctly. And now you want to solve the equation. You're told to isolate the x tiles. So what you want to do is get rid of these positive 1s, right? You want to get rid of them. And so how do you do that? The way you're going to do that is you're going to pair each positive 1 with a negative 1. Positive 1 and negative 1, those are 0 pairs. And together, they equal 0. So if you have -1 plus +1, that's equal to 0. If you have 1 plus -1, that's also equal to 0. So combining or putting together a positive 1 and a -1 will give you 0. So what we're going to do is we're going to distribute. We will distribute 4 negative 1s, 1 for each of these positive 1s. And let's see what happens. See, every time I distribute a -1 to this side, I get a -1 on this side. Because that is the only way to keep the balance on this scale. If I do something to this side of the equation, I need to do the same thing to this side of the equation. If I put something on this side of the scale, I need to put the same thing on this side of the scale in order to keep that scale balanced. And so now I've isolated the x tiles. All my x's are, I've got only x tiles here. I don't have any negative ones or positive ones here. So I can continue. Now I'm told to divide. So you want to click this divide button. And what it does is it distributes the 9 negative ones into 3 groups because I have 3 x's. Each x is going to have to equal the same amount. So now I can see that x is equal to negative 3 because each x has 3 negative ones. And so my solution is x is equal to negative 3. This is the little place where you input your solution. You'll click this button for negative, and then you'll click the 3 for negative 3, and you are finished. You want to click the green arrow, and you'll see a big check mark that you did it correctly. Okay. So in the assignment, I ask you to do this twice, and I ask you to take screenshots of your work. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to show you the process of going through these steps and taking screenshots and then uploading your screenshots. I decided that I will make another video where I will go over the process of taking screenshots. So check out that video of where I want you to take screenshots in order to show your results and how you would upload those screenshots into the document. And I will see you guys there. I will see you in that video.